Hello and happy Thanksgiving. This is a short and heartfelt, off the cuff Thanksgiving message. I am not going to publish a full episode this week just because it's the holiday and I want to hang out with my family, and it takes quite a bit of time to put out an episode each week, which, if you are not aware, is kind of my official schedule now. I don't have a set schedule, as in I don't like stress out about stuff if things don't come out exactly on time. But I am in a weekly mode now, which means that there's a lot of work involved. And this week I'm just gonna talk to you for a minute, post it, and go about my week, which I'm excited about. Got lots of family in town, and this is going to be awesome. But I did want to express my thankfulness, the things I am thankful for related to this show, very briefly to you. I am thankful to you, the listener, because you continue to tune in and because you continue to engage in the conversations that many of us believe are very important, and oftentimes conversations that don't happen anywhere in the world of choral music except for right here on this show. I get to keep doing it. There is a demand, there is a void that we are filling here with the conversations on the Choralosophy podcast, and that would not be apparent and that would not be true if it weren't for you tuning in to listen. I am, of course, also thankful for those people who use the Choralosophy promo codes at checkout, because that makes it financially viable for me to do this show and to devote as much time as a part-time job in addition to my teaching and the singing work that I do to continue to squeeze this in. And that obviously means using your Sight Reading Factory memberships every year. And also because that's what's best for your kids, to give them that gift of literacy and use that promo code. I'm also going to mention that sheet music sales still has not fully rebounded since pre-pandemic, and for obvious reasons. So go to graphitepublishing.com and search their library. Make a point to do that. They have just excellent resources there. And as people were shutting down their choirs, they were really retooling a lot of the things that they do and the types of music that they were offering and the types of composers that are represented there. So they've done a lot of work over the last year. So I would encourage you to go to their website if you haven't been there in a while and find something great for your choirs. And then, of course, use Choralosophy at checkout. You get 10% off. Same thing with Ryan Main. Ryan Main does incredible work that I'm very thankful for his support since the very beginning of this show. He was my first sponsor, the first person to sit down with me and say, this is good, you should do this, and I want to support it, and in reference to the podcast. So check out his catalog as well. He does something very cool where when you buy a piece, you own the rights to that forever, and you can just keep printing more copies as you need it. It's a site license. And so you can also get a 10% discount on his website, in addition to mymusicfolders.com, mychoirrobes.com, whether it's singer's masks, choir folders, choir robes, and you can get a discount there as well. vocevista.com/choralosophy. You can also get some awesome resonance software. I'm thankful to them, although I will be honest, that sponsorship doesn't get me much return, and I think that's possibly because it's just a super nerdy and kind of expensive software, but man, I love it. And if I'm the only nerd in the choir world that wants to teach their choirs to analyze their overtones, I guess I will be die on that hill by myself, and that's fine. But that is available. We've set that up, and you can get that discount as well. I'm in all seriousness thankful that I get to do this, and I do treat this as a job. It is a part-time job, but it's one that it would be a mistake to think of this show as something that is done to promote or is done to be commercial. It's not. I do this and I have these conversations because I very profoundly and very deeply believe in what this show stands for and how important these conversations are. And there have been so many great ones over the year, this past year of 2021. And of course, around New Year's, I will do very similar like I did last year and just recap the year, kind of go through some of the conversations that we've had so far and highlight some of the key moments, which I'm excited about. And of course, I can't do a Thanksgiving episode without shouting out the members of the Patreon. They are quite literally keeping the lights on. And I even mean this light. I'm going to video version. I'm going to pull my light. Oh, back. Okay. So both physically, metaphorically, and in reality, I just showed the camera my light. They are keeping the lights on because that's the steady funding source. Some months people use the promo codes and some months they don't. So I need that revenue stream that people say, hey, I want to make sure this show exists because it costs money to host the website. It costs money to buy ads on Facebook. It costs money for me to have a social media manager that creates content so that people see it. These are the things that it takes to kind of run a high quality show with a high level of exposure. And I just couldn't do this without all of these people. It's just so awesome. So what I would like for you to know, the listener, in this short little blurb, is that every time you get a chance to tune in, and I know that most people don't listen to every episode. Most people pick an episode based on the topic, right? And that's totally fine. Every chance you get to tune in and listen, I'm grateful. I thank you for listening, especially when you choose to return that in some sort of way, whether it be using the promo code, being a patron, but even just sending back some feedback. Sharing, liking, leaving a rating, any of those things make a huge difference. And thank you for continuing to do that over the course of the next year. And let's make this a thing that the choral world continues to expect, which is high-level professional development that really makes us think and challenges how we approach our profession. Thanks, everybody, and have a great holiday.